Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another scrapbooking process video, and today I am working with the SCT Sampler Kit by Scrapbooking Cards Today magazine. I am working with the February kit that features Pink Fresh Studio, photoplay paper, Close to My Heart, and then some exclusive items by Scrapbooking Cards Today magazine. My project focuses on the Pink Fresh Studio items because I loved the bright colors and they matched this photo perfectly. I had a lot of fun putting this layout together, and I hope you enjoy watching the process. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll start off this video by just pulling out the kit contents, and here you can see just the variety of things that are included with this sampler, and I'm going to set aside the photoplay papers and concentrate on the Pink Fresh Studio papers. You saw my cat there in the beginning. He always likes to come and check out what I'm working on, but unfortunately he got banned because he was digging around in my dish of embellishments there, and so he was being a bit distracting, so he had to get kicked out while I finished up this page. So I have loved the papers and I love the colors of this kit, and I've decided that I want to use 4 of them and place them into 4 quadrants of pattern paper. So I'm cutting these down a little bit, and then I'm going to stitch around the edges of each of these papers before I ink them up and adhere them down. I've decided to put the multicolored papers in opposite corners of one another, and then the periwinkle one at the bottom because it visually feels the heaviest, so it kind of anchors the bottom of the layout, and then the lighter sky blue one in the upper right corner. Now this collection is all about staying home. I think it's meant to be like a quarantine type collection, so it talks about, activities you do with your family at home. And I was actually in this picture, my girls and I, we were on a vacation, so we weren't at home. So the word stickers and things like that don't really coordinate with what we're doing. So I have to be selective as to what embellishments I use on this page. For here, I decided to use one of the other 6x6 papers, the one with the soft pinks and white stripes, to mat the photo. And although it wasn't big enough to mat my entire photo, I decided to fill in the extra space on the right side with one of those slices of the periwinkle paper that I cut off at the square. And then I just evened that out into an even square. And it worked great because the periwinkle on the right of the photo mat balances out the periwinkle blue pattern in the lower left. And so I like that it repeats there. From there, I went through the other pattern paper strips to see if I could layer up some of them behind the photo. And I found this one with the light blue stripes, and I thought that would be great to put at the bottom of the photo so that it balanced out the light blue pattern at the top of the photo. I actually end up covering up that little blue striped paper right there, and I'm kind of sad because it actually looks really cute. But it was a good idea to, balance out the colors there, and it worked for a minute and was fun to do. So anyway, now I'm going through the pieces that are a part of my kit and deciding which ones might be I might be able to work into this page. I have those puffy stickers up on the right hand corner. I'm going to use the light blue one that says "These are my people" because my daughters are my people. And then now I'm working with this flower die cut. I didn't like how that leaf branch was going off to the right because it just felt awkward as it went towards my daughter's faces. And so I trimmed that off and I decided to move it over to the left-hand side, and that felt a little bit more natural, kind of like it was, acting as a photo corner in that lower left corner. From there, I'm going to add these little music notes tucked under there just for some color. They don't really go along with this memory, but I like the color of them and thought they looked cute peeking out from behind there. I went back to the strips and I found this pink section, and I decided to cut it into a banner shape to anchor the acrylic word that I'm going to be using as my title. So I ink that up, and then I'm going to tuck the left end behind the flower. Once I do that, the banner is a little bit too high and it's starting to encroach on our faces, so I decide to move everything down. So I peel off the music notes, I peel off the flower, and then just reposition everything again. Now, when you're working with acrylic pieces, they do take a heavier type of adhesive. And so I pulled out these Tacky Dot singles by Aleene's. I got them bought at Tuesday Morning. They are just like glue dots, so they work perfectly for acrylic pieces like this. The kit included that acrylic word that says today and then 2 little acrylic white hearts. And I wanted to put those white hearts up in the upper right-hand corner of the page just to balance and spread that texture around the page. I wanted to anchor them onto something, so I decided to punch out some hexagons from this paper that had all the different squares on it. I liked how the squares had the 2 different tones of triangles in them, and I just thought that they looked really cute once you punched them into those colors. So I punched out several of them, and I just play with them for a minute and get them into an arrangement where I'm balancing out the colors and that I'm distributing the yellow color and just, you know, getting that to look nice. Even though I covered up that sky blue paper in the upper right corner, I just like the way that those hexagons break the blockiness of the squares and just add some visual interest. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out these light pink circles from this little strip that I have left over, and I'm going to put those underneath the hearts just to anchor them. I also looked at this icon paper and thought, okay, can I cut out a few designs to tuck in here and there? And I found these little light blue flowers that I decided to tuck behind that yellow hexagon with the puffy stickers on it. And then I cut out some other flowers, but there wasn't really a place for them, so I set those aside. I decided to put the hearts on the mint hexagons, and the pink circles looked great under the hearts, but I wanted them to be a little more bulky. So I decided to punch out another circle layer to go below that, and I used the mint word paper for that. So we've got the mint hexagons, the mint circle paper with the words, and then the pink circles will go on top of that, and that will anchor those white acrylic hearts. And I love that. I think it turned out really cute. I love the texture that had those acrylic hearts add, and I love that the little puffy stickers add some texture as well. So I get those hearts into place using the glue dots again, or those tacky dot singles, and then I'm going to start thinking about how I want to finish off this page with journaling. So I'm going to ink the edges with a light gray ink and add some distressing with my edge distresser. And then I noticed that my title was on that pink banner strip. So this is where I decide to pull in the pink enamel dots that came with the kit and distribute those around the page just to balance that pink banner strip. So I'm going to put some up in this hexagon cluster and work with that for a little bit. I will also put some over by the flower on the bottom left corner of the photo, and then I'm going to put some by the journaling when I get the journaling into place. Now what I decided to do for the journaling is to create a circular journal block. I have these circle journal stamps that I've owned forever. They were by a company called Collage Press. If you've been around for a long time, you probably remember them. I loved Collage Press. It was one of my very favorite companies. So I've hung on to these stamps and I use them all the time. They come in several different sizes of journal circles, but you could also create something like this on your computer. So I tucked that in there, added the pink enamel dots off to the right, and now I'm adding my journaling. And that will finish the page. The final thing I decided to do that you'll see in the closing shot is I added one more yellow hexagon under the flower in the bottom left because I wanted to balance that yellow color that's on the right of this paper over to the left side of the layout. So that's my page using the February SCT Sampler Kit. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.